recording. All right, so you guys have just had one of the kind of crier type people just like put up a sign, and then you guys got him and asked questions, and he was like, told you roughly where the library is at in this town, and then
Okay.
just
And
wandered off and on his own way.
we're here.
Yeah, you're no, you see that little token? Yeah, there you are.
Okay. I gotta zoom in.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we're pretty small.
map's large compared to how small the token is. Yeah.
Someone be so kind as to bring it in so I can see where we're at.
Oh yeah, give me a second.
Wow. I'm at
Oh, there we go.
150%.
Yeah, no.
Oh, boy.
You can't really zoom in much farther.
And they told us to go which way?
Probably like, that way-ish.
In that general direction.
Evan. Yes,
Yeah.
that is correct.
Good. I'm good at guessing.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember the
You know,
guy we
he
talked to was
really
creepy
didn't
as
like
hell.
you if he decided to say it was the other direction. It's like some that direction, that way
Yeah.
direction, some way.
I don't have any memory of this town, do I?
You don't recall anything of this town at all.
Kind of like the previous town.
No. There was like it was familiar. That village of Barovia was familiar to you. You just
Okay,
didn't have
okay.
you couldn't like recall anything, but it felt familiar. Well, this town,
Okay. Nothing. Okay.
maybe some familiarity, but it's like mostly like nope.
Well, I guess we're gonna.
Houses look like houses. Streets look like streets.
Snosberries look like strawberries.
I guess we'll start walking. How do I do that again?
Wrong
That way?
cursor.
Is it?
Oh wait, no. Someone else is moving. All right.
That's me.
Okay.
I wasn't moving it.
Okay.
I was just pointing a direction.
Okay. That long as you were pointing the direction, and you did that purposely, then yes, that was a great cursor. I thought you were
Okay.
trying to like click and drag the token.
No, I didn't even try to see if I had access to it. So
Everyone should.
everyone should. Okay.
It's
well,
the party.
Rena's not comfortable on moving the cursor because of my internet connection. So I'm going to leave that to somebody else.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yep.
As you guys are walking, not exactly in a rush or anything like that to town, you see people are kind of parting ways once they see Gruff. Some because it's someone that's not normal in town. They're still definitely going about their business, but they're definitely giving a lot of eyes to Gruff. And also glancing towards Maverick a little, with being like masked and have a hunch on his back, like wondering grab. So
Hey.
I don't want to alarm anyone, but this town looks a little racist.
you see
You think?
pretty much only humans here. You don't
This
see
seems to be actually
anything
pretty normal
else.
to me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I also have black friends.
Moonbeam, you look like a child. You're going to be able to get away with things here. Anyway, you guys walking through, and you see like there's like little shops and like uh basically mostly houses. Some of them look boarded up, as in like they're not necessarily boarded up like Barovia boarded, but they're just like kind of abandoned, boarded. Here, you look to the south, you actually see down farther is like almost a yard of like a lumber yard's worth of general store goods almost to the south. And you
I take
see
a look and see if there's anything of interest.
you gotta head down this direction.
I said I look down
Oh, you look
and
down.
see if there's anything.
Well, you can't really for this far away. You can't really see anything particular, but you see, um, uh, uh, sacks of stuff. You see barrels of stuff. You see,
It looks like a market.
matter of fact, let's see. I'm trying to remember what the sign says.
From the map.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Where's that other? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? God dang it. You see a sign like closer to the area saying Arsk Arsek Stockyard. And
Arsec?
Arasek. Arasek.
Arsec, yeah.
Arsec. What was it?
Stockyard.
Stockyard. Lumberyard, stockyard.
And actually, while you're looking and seeing all
Is
this
it
stuff,
stock or is it lumber or is it animal stock?
Stock.
Yeah, but there's
you
lumber.
See, it's a general.
Livestock?
It looks like a random assortment of stuff. There's a lot of
Okay.
things
Looks
You
here.
just
like it's
compared it to a
guarded.
lumber yard in terms of like the way it was laid out,
Yeah,
not in the products they had up on.
yeah. And
out.
also, you guys see actually like in a corner somewhere, you see this brightly colored, covered wagon. Oh, like kind of like a one that like you would live in with walls and windows and stuff, like brightly colored. Often,
Like a gypsy.
Well, we
Is
did
it
hear
a
this was
familiar wagon?
Hmm?
A familiar wagon?
No, this one's like even more just brightly colored, like carnival-esque, almost.
we did hear this town was run by the Vistani, or at least
Oh, it is?
their
Oh.
main hometown.
Hey, guys. Let's go take a look at down here. See what they've got. They might have provisions.
But do you have any
One,
electro?
two.
I have a little.
I'm pretty well broke.
I started heading down. Looking for potential food.
All right. This large stockyard has several locked sheds along its peripheral and lies adjacent to a roomy warehouse. The wooden sign above says, of the front gate reads RSEC Stockyard. Parked in the south end is a sturdy carnival wagon. It is colorful paints peeling off. Faded lettering on the side spell out words Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders. A heavy padlock secures the back door.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Uh,
About where we're at, I take a look and see if there's any activity. Any
a guy comes
bodies.
out and just like, it's like, hello. How can I help you?
I was seeing if this was an actual marketplace or just a store yard.
Well, I just a general store that usually does bulk, can do bulk or individual buying here. Um, and long story short, anything in the Adventures Guild can be bought here. That is 25 gold or less. Anything.
Excellent. How much? We might have needed some provision, like foodstuffs,
Do we?
travel rations.
We haven't used any of ours since Moonbeam learned that spell.
Oh, that's right. Well, this is Gruff. His world runs on food. You can kick him as you will. But, yeah. Just seeing how much the food rations are.
If I had the frick, wish it was actually in alphabetical order.
Okay, I'm going to say just say normal price plus,
Uh,
or what we're used to.
yeah, if you're talking about the previous location.
Definitely.
Everything's like 5 or 10 times what it's worth.
5. Gruff, talk to him.
And I made a good deal.
Oh, that freaking okay. It's double layered. No wonder why I was like going down one side. And it stops at like H, and then I'm like, where's the rest of it? If I go to the other side, it actually continues on at the top with I, and then continues on down. I'm like, oh, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good God.
1, 2, 3. He says, actually, 5 electrum.
I have electrum. Man,
Per ration.
we'll have. I'll have to see what I can earn along the way.
All right.
But, I appreciate your time. And I start heading out.
He like kind of watches you as you go. Not necessarily goodbye or anything, just like watching you as you go.
A little slumped in the shoulders, but walking without following towards anything. Heading up to the main road.
Out of curiosity, I assume the answer is yes, but is Ireena wearing her hood up?
Rena, are you muted? Sounds like.
I mean, I'm wearing my hoods up.
Well, yeah,
Yes,
you're wearing a
I'm
hood
muted.
and a mask.
Yeah.
We're talking
It's
about,
technically an executioner's hood is what it's called, but
Yes, I was muted. What was that?
I was just asking if you had your hood up here. I assume the answer is yes, but
Yes. Because I don't know if I've been here before. It doesn't look familiar, but I don't know.
are you trying to keep yourself hidden and disguised from people?
Yeah, kind of.
Give me give me a
behind-
disguise roll though, or some type of
probably deception or performance.
deception. Yeah.
Deception. Okay.
And I'll just keep that in mind.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I held my breath on that.
Maybe it helped.
You never know.
We got a library to find.
I'll look back towards the market and say, man, I could I could really use some more healing supplies. I burned through most of them when we had to deal with that zombie infection. Without Electrum, there's not really much we can afford.
Very true.
And we'll keep our eyes open for any odd jobs or anything.
Definitely. Since he was in the stockyard, I should have asked him.
Or you can just find somebody to mug.
I was honestly thinking of that, but was trying to be
You weren't
good.
seriously thinking of it, were you?
Never. Not me. It sounded good at the time he mentioned it. And just sort of wander along looking around.
Yeah, you see more and more posters about the Festival of the Blazing Sun going up, and hearing some people come just like, all will be well, kind of to each other, kind of like, and some people are like, and you hear some people say, it's like, yeah, all will be well.
All will be hell.
You hear some kid off in the distance snicker. And you then get reprimanded by their parents. It's like, hey, no. Shh. We don't want you in trouble.
I
Insight
do
check.
try.
There's something very fishy going on with there, so I like to do an insight check on that.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I couldn't care less.
Yeah, you could just tell it's like the kid was getting scolded for.
Parents,
Being the
children,
kid.
discipline, you know.
What was the name of the festival thing that they were talking about?
This week?
Festival of the Blazing Sun.
Yep.
Yeah, they seem to have a new one every week.
Yeah, and we missed the Wolfhead Jamboree.
Is there any?
Sure.
As we're passing shops, are there any of interest?
Nothing that really stands out right now. Not
And
like
do we
this area.
pass the smithy?
Give me a second. Not yet. No.
Okay.
Well, we've reached a fork in the road. We know the library is out here somewhere.
Are there townsfolk nearby?
Yeah.
I walk up and say, "Good day. Can you tell me where the library is?"
They see you and it's like they turn around and then they actually look up and see how tall you are. They're like, and they just point a general direction. Like
The way we're
farther.
continuing to go.
Oh yeah, there you go. That way, and they kind of like shy away and go, wander somewhere
sun-
else.
May the sun be bright upon you. As I start walking away.
Just want to do an insight check on Gruff. He's not acting like himself.
Isn't that what the town folks said?
No, they said all will be well.
Ah, that's it. Yeah, all will be well. Yeah. That's what they're saying.
They're also super racist.
I don't know which way they pointed. I just started moving the token.
I assume we just stay on the main road.
Yep. Let me move this map. Okay.
I'm halfway expecting it to be this building here.
Well, there are a few red buildings, which seems like, yeah, visually notable.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the center of town, so it's got to be something important.
Yeah, that's actually really surprisingly convenient, but that's just the base game. I realized, like, oh, wow, yeah.
Is there anything interesting going on at this particular intersection?
All right, let's see here. Here, okay, so, oh, yeah. I just gotta make sure that what that location is. Close that. I don't need that open. And then go here, here. Okay, as you're like getting in this corner, you see. Wait. Oh. To the south, you see like a kind of a heavier traffic going down towards back towards the way you came, but it's down that way. But in front of you, directly there, is this. Let's see. I'll describe it real quick. I just gotta open it up. Gray smoke issues from the chimney of this large two-story wooden building with stone foundation and a sagging tile roof, upon which are several ravens have perched. Painted wood sign above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall. The Blue Water Inn. And
Are the Ravens paying us any mind?
they seem to be just kind of like chilling on top of the rooftop. They don't seem to be paying attention to you.
No trouble. Thank you.
Yeah.
Are they talking at all?
You can't tell.
No, they're just making a bunch of noise or anything, because I have to speak with animals, so I can probably cast
They're
that
not
if I
making
need
any
to.
noise.
Okay, just leave them alone then.
They're kind of like hopping around themselves and doing things. They're just minding their own business, it seems like.
What were they again?
Ravens.
Okay.
Just a bunch of ravens.
Well,
On top of this
I don't know if we could afford to spend the night somewhere, but at least now we know where to look.
Yeah, I got 2 Electrum.
Same.
I've got one.
Good to know we're really
So
rolling in it.
financially healed. Oh, I have some copper.
I'm sure that'll come in handy.
FYI, I got. Sorry.
Go.
FYI, I got booted out of Roll20 and now my computer is rebooting.
Oh, cool.
Wow. Fantastic.
It just decided to reboot and do an update in the middle of everything. And no, I have that turned off, by the way. to do it
Hate when my
automatically.
computer does that. The worst
Must
for
have been
me was
something really important.
there was a time I was playing a game that was at full screen, and it had that little message pop up that said, like, we're gonna restart your machine in 15 minutes, you know, press here to delay. And I never saw it because the game was covering everything.
Oh no.
That really sucked.
You
And
see,
yeah.
You see a lot more signs of, like, particularly this intersection. Like every little intersection, you see blazing sun signs posted up, like on all 5 corners.
Since we are at the intersection, again, I ask local, where's the library?
They pointed north.
Which, north. Okay. Which north? Since we've got the
Oh,
five-way.
I'm gonna say north is basically north from you. And they did this pretty much the same thing. They're like, yeah, north. Is just like, kind of like, didn't really want to interact with you.
Fucking racist.
And Gruff has such a way.
Emma.
Do you think you could do it better?
I don't really want to. Not really a people person.
Can I
Either
roll either insight or, well, I prefer insight on this festival of the blazing sun and the ravens and stuff like that?
Well, I'm not gonna
So-
ask if you want to. The Ravens just seemed like they're minding their own business, but if you want to try to insight that, you can. You can't really insight a sign.
Oh, then any way I can like draw a correlation between the Festival of the Blazing Sun with the ravens and being associated with the Morning Lord.
I'll give
Like-
me an intelligence check.
Intelligence check. Ugh,
Yeah.
If this is about the Morning Lord, you might call it a religion check.
Well, yeah.
That's still going to be a -1.
Well, it's an intelligence check, so
You're a cleric with a -1 in religion.
it's pretty
I
normal for
am a
clerics.
cleric with a -1 intelligence and a +3 for wisdom.
Ah, so you're one of those clerics.
Never mind.
Honestly, it's most clerics, I feel like.
Yeah, it is
It's also
generally.
Most
Okay.
druids suck at nature.
I rolled a 1, so it's a 0.
Yeah, you don't necessarily think of really any correlation at all with those 3 things. You think the blazing
Yeah,
festival.
that really freaking sucks.
I do look behind us to see, because I know that I draw attention and see if we're being followed, if we're being looked after, or what.
Give me a perception check.
Is that chili?
No chili.
No chili?
Hmm.
Oh, no peppers.
No peppers. So it's not chili, it's no chili. I'm making it for
How's
work.
an 18 do for you?
Give me a second. Not what I want. I
I hate to ask, could somebody share their screen? Somebody with good internet connection. It does, Rob. It doesn't have to be you.
Honestly, he's the most prepared for it besides me. I'm right now recording, so
I have been known to share a screen from time to time.
It would be nice to know what's going on.
Let's see.
Right now, nothing.
I think my dice are mad at me. Where is? Oh, there it is. I know, honey. You can take just a little longer. Oh, thank you.
Yep.
No. You guys see, with that 18, I'm going to say you do see someone. But I'm trying to... Don't... God dang it. Don't remember what this character's name is. Dang it.
Someone we're familiar with?
Trying to find what the character's name is that you're gonna go. But you just see someone just kind of keeping their distance, just looking at you, but not trying to see like they're paying attention, but yet they're just like curious what you're up to, but not. They're definitely like several houses away. They're just an eye. Just you've seen them follow you for a little bit. When you guys stop, he's kind of like distracting himself, or at least looking like distracting.
Hey, Moonbeam.
Yeah.
What's it look like when someone's following us?
Looks like that guy.
Well, you don't know that guy. You don't see that guy because you didn't roll it.
Well, if they're smart, they're using pass without trace so they can't be seen. But if they're just being kind of a dick about it, then, it's maybe somebody hanging back a little, about 15, 20 yards or so.
Maybe a little further, but yeah. And each time I turn around, he's suddenly busy looking in the shop or building or whatever. He's nearby.
It's almost like we entered town with someone who has a curse on their face.
Would we have interest in worrying about this? This seems to be the type of town that would be that kind of.
I don't know. Would you?
I'm asking Moonbeam.
Sorry, what was the question?
Is this the type of town that we'd worry about such a thing?
It's Barovia, so yeah.
Okay. So do I tell everyone?
Go ahead.
Yo, guys, we're being followed. And he's showing as much skill at it as I might.
Well, that's saying something. Maybe he's just following us to make sure that we're dealing with Maverick's curse properly. We wouldn't want to...
What, Maverick's got a curse?
You not remember 15 minutes ago when we entered the town?
If you're...
Somebody hit him with the ugly stick.
I thought that was a joke.
No, he was definitely hit with the ugly stick.
Yes, I was hit with the ugly stick. And it was a joke from the ugly stick.
Oh. It didn't seem very funny.
I am a very funny person. What do you mean
You are,
not funny?
yes. The ugly stick wasn't. You are.
Hmm,
But
maybe.
anyhow, we're being followed.
How close is he?
I sort of look back and around and see what I see. How distant is he?
He's about 4 houses away.
There's 4 houses down across the lane. Brown tunic and off-white. That one over there.
So probably not close enough for me to use Thorn Whip and drag him over here.
No.
No, not yet.
I don't think I'd worry about it. We're not
But if we
doing
make this
anything interesting.
corner,
If he wants to watch 5 people go to a library and read books, then someone has too much free time on their hands. We have nothing of value anyways.
but if we go around this corner, he won't have direct eyes on us. If one of us slips back a little bit, he might actually walk by. I saw Uncle Odin do such a thing. But that's up to whoever. And I start walking up the street toward the library.
I'd just as soon ignore him. If he wants something, he'll make it known sooner or later.
And I could just turn into a bear and eat him.
Why do you think I was talking to you? I may have been hungry.
Any of these buildings look like libraries yet?
Oh, as you get closer, this one looks like a library.
Ah, finally.
What is a library?
It's a place where people store knowledge on paper.
Oh, one of those places.
Yes, one of those places.
Okay.
Are there any pictures in the books or in the papers?
This building is kind of doesn't have lots for windows. It has a couple of windows that are like kind of like displays for like you would see it at Barnes and Nobles, just a whole bunch of books on display. Not necessarily super fancy, maybe some like accoutrements with it, little toys. And it says Vallaki's Knowledge Pendium. It's a 2-story building.
Is it in common?
Hmm?
It's written in common?
Yeah, all signs are written.
Okay.
Of course they're good then.
I was just making sure.
Curious to see what they have.
You just walk into the building.
Yeah.
Bell rings. You see like a couple of tables out. Some people are reading. Some people are in couches, like at softer chairs, sitting, reading with like little lamp next to them. Um, you see books and books on the wall of this place, and like in the center, closer to the front, you see this person just like looking and thumbing through books, and it's just like, yes, what brings you in today?
I seek knowledge.
Well, knowledge is here.
That's what I was hoping to hear.
Now, the knowledge that you seek might be not the knowledge you find, sadly.
Yeah.
Most knowledge becomes valuable sooner or later.
Ah, wonderful. At least someone thinks that way.
No, I
Where
have
the
to.
picture
Otherwise,
book?
years of school would have amounted to not much.
Ah, you're a learned man. Oh, delightful. Most of the time, I don't get those types of people in here. Or some snooty noble.
I can imagine. Barovia's a difficult place to travel to.
Though mind you, there are a few nobles that are wonderful. Like Vasily. Vasily's a nice noble. He loves reading. He comes in here time to time and exchanges books with me. Oh, it's delightful. But anyway, what a bit of knowledge you looking for? Maybe I can steer you in the proper direction.
I think to start with, I'm curious about the history of Barovia. I'm rather new to the area, and I'm curious about the geography and the history that shaped it.
Ah, the tragic tale of Barovia. Yeah. Not very many people go and seek that book, but luckily, we still do have them. I believe somewhere on the top floor, near the front, you would find your book that you might
Top
find.
floor. How big is this library?
Yeah, two
Two
stories.
floors.
I don't think I clicked on that. Okay.
All right. Well, I don't know about my friends. Some of them may also be interested in books, but if you guys feel like you want to go do something else, I'll be here probably for a while. Seems there's a lot to catch up on.
I look at the librarian and say, "Where's the smithy?"
The smithy is closer to the town square on the other side of town.
Yeah.
On the south side.
Do you have jobs that we could do?
He like adjusts his glasses a little bit and like specs you up and down.
I straighten up.
Well, I feel like you're too a little strong-handed for the type of job that I need you to do. Well, the
Maybe
fact
for
that
in
my
here, but I
patronage
don't-
doesn't really get me enough money to really employ much more than who I already have. Though, the Burgermeister might employ you as a god. That would definitely get you some money. They'll be mindful of Izek. Izek is, not the friendly one. He's the Burgermeister's right-hand man. He's a dangerous sort. I would like to keep him away from this place as much as possible. He's fire-handed, so yeah, I don't want that anywhere near my book. So please don't cause trouble
Fire-handed.
here.
He's
I
the
do
mage.
not want to. No. He's definitely not a mage. He's definitely thuggish. He just has the ability to create fire, and books and fire don't work well together. Please, while you're here, please on your best behavior, and please don't be on a warrant already. Please don't be on a warrant. I've collected these books for far too long. I do not want them to go away.
What does Izek look like?
I'm getting a description. Let me pull up a description of them real quick.
I do a rough description of our tale.
Oh, you've you've come across Strahd, huh? I hope you have not encouraged his wrath. Please do not bring him into town. All will be well. Yes, all will be well, and hopefully, no. We've had no instances with Strahd recently, which is delightful, but I don't know how long that'll last. Please do not bring combat to my lovely library. Please.
I wasn't fighting. I wasn't
I
even
acknowledge
looking
that you
for
weren't fighting, but oh boy. These are very flammable objects. Izek is a thuggish of a man. He definitely has a glower to his bald man, but his right arm is fiendish. Because of that, when you see him, you'll know who he is. And I'm serious,
His
it's
right
an
arm is
oversized,
fiendish.
fiendish arm. His hand can cover your face easily.
Sounds like an arm wrestling contest.
If you get in a quarrel with him, he will be upset if he loses, and he will probably not want to lose, and he'll probably have a really upset moment when he loses. So please do not be near the library if you end up winning against him.
Will do.
You win.
But he is the Burgermeister's right-hand man, and no one really goes against Izek. The Burgermeister is definitely supporting him, even though he does the Burgermeister's will. So, please don't do anything against the Burgermeister or Izek. That'll definitely cause some disruptions of peace.
All we did was come to the library.
I'm glad that I have some people. You don't seem like a kind of a bookish person.
Nope,
This place
not
is
unless it's
great.
got pictures.
I do have some children's books here. If you would like to look at some of those.
No, I'd like to look at books with pictures. Yep.
He points you in the direction that seems to be a lot more colorful and vibrant.
Ooh, color. I go looking over that way.
Okay. If anyone else is looking at him while Gruff walks away, he goes like, he sighs and like kind of like, but he like glances at everyone else that's still kind of standing there if they are. It's like, anyone else would like some help?
I am interested in learning a little bit more about the plant life around Barovia.
That's gonna be um top floor near the back corner, I believe.
My apologies, guys. I'm going to step away for a moment.
So, what'd you say you were looking for, John?
Basically anything on like herbology or plant life or tree life or anything like that.
Oh, geez, hilarious. Wonderful. So yeah, you're going to the nature section. Stuff like
All right.
that. Rena,
I'll
did you want to go to a
I'll
book?
spend some time looking for.
Or Maverick, Ireena, or Maverick? You guys gonna just like directions that you two want to go to?
Well, I'd like to find like some information on the Saber of Light and maybe some information on the Mountain of Amber Giants.
Sort of what I was hoping to find in the history books. Right. They sound like locations that were known.
Yeah, well,
But
you're looking at the history book. I'm asking outright.
that's fair.
Ah, hmm. I don't really.
Any stories about these things that might have information?
Well,
Legend?
there was an Order of the Silver Dragon.
Order of the Silver Dragon?
It's the story of Argynvost. I got that. Let's see here. We got the Curse of Mount Gakis.
The what?
Curse of Mount Gakis.
Oh,
Ghakis.
Mount. Spell that again for me.
Ghakis.
Did you guys see the message?
Which message?
Oh, I'm supposed to let Rick know if we need him. He's having some stomach issues at the moment.
Okay.
Mm.
So if
Well,
Okay.
he
if
can
it
enjoy his
pops up-
picture books while we do nerd stuff.
Okay, yeah.
and
You
if
know.
if needed, someone can run Gruff, is what he says.
Okay. That's fair. Um,
Okay.
when he gets back, I have some pleasantly fun ones for him. So. Um. And
Found a copy of Dusk Love with pictures.
for you, actually, I want to see if Maverick is gonna go to a section.
Yes. I was gonna wait until after everyone else has
Oh no,
left
pick a.
to
I
their
need you to pick a
sections.
location. So, I want you to pick a
Yeah.
location first.
Yeah. Well, I was waiting for everyone else to disperse, and then I would lead into him and say, "Do you have any books on body manipulation or experiments?"
Mm. Uh, he's kind of give me a persuasion.
Okay. Persuasion.
Are you still hiding your face?
Yeah. I just figured I'll just leave it on. Persuasion.
He wants the HR Geiger stuff.
Just thinking, he's like, God, it's not the same, but it's reminded me of Blind Pew. in, that's the Caribbean, right? This kind of horrifying, hideous monster just coming in, getting too close, and like just, uncomfortable.
No, I'm actually presuming that he just kind of sent me into a section, or did
Yeah,
he
he kind
have
of sent
both?
you. Yeah, he sent you into a section, and I'm trying to figure
Okay.
out what books you would find. I got caught in that lost to that thought. So, yeah, he sends you to like the back left of the library. Uh, Gruff is like near the front corner of the store, actually, with all the natural light and the little kids' uh, toys in the area. There's a whole bunch of books against the wall right there that he's looking through. And your, let's see here. Okay, so we'll go from the top. Rob, your books you're looking for again?
I was looking for history. I didn't say it outright, but I was hoping to find in them something about, like, the drowned village and maybe a pool or something that
Okay,
might be
you find
related to the White
the
Dawn.
short history of Vallaki. You find from dawn to dusk, the history of the Dusk Elves. You find see here. Oh. You find some some geography books of the place. You find let's see here. I'll say you find those for now, and I'll go
Okay.
to next one. Let's see here. That'll be John, your character finds Mad for Morals, a guide to fungus. You find. Oh, Robbie, you also find Wizards of Wine. Kind of like story of them a little bit. Let's see here. John, you also find
Story of them?
of Wizards of Wine.
Oh.
The Wizards of Wine. From foe to foe, from FOE to FAUX, a guide to taxidermy. You find Goats of the Balanox. You also find It's Never Sunny in Barovia, a guide to Barovian weather patterns. That's what you find. Rena. You're going for... What is it you're going for again?
I am looking for book that would mention Saber of Light or
he
Mountain of the
suggested you
Amber
to go
Giant.
to the like a book called Mount of the Curse of Mount Cacus.
Okay.
And the Order of the Silver Dragon, which is a story of the Argynvost. And then John, you also have found a book called The Beast of the Slavic Woods, a field guide.
Okay. Is any pictures in these books for like different animals or anything like that?
Oh, there's sketches of creatures in the Beast of Slavic Woods. It's kind of like, but you've been in it. You've heard of all of these beasts in the Slavic Woods. But you've also heard of, and there's also like mentionings of like ravens in ravens in the Beasts of the Slavic Woods, but there's no real the sketches look horrible, really.
Were ravens?
Were ravens. There's also like were ravens, werewolves. Those ones are fairly realistic, and there's like pictures of like them transforming in them in there. Let's see here. What is another books? Oh, what was you were going looking for, Kian? So I can answer that one.
What was I looking for?
Yeah.
Books on experimentations, body stitching stuff.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you ended up almost in the same area as John, because you also came across the same book with Foe to Foe, a guide to taxidermy.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh man, when Rick gets back, I got some books for him. Because honestly, they're going to be humorous for me. So glad he went to the kids section. But dang it. Oh,
Anything to help me with finding herbs and stuff?
let's see here. Not the current list of books that I have listed.
When it said were ravens, is there like a telltale sign or anything like that to point them out?
No. Yeah, it says they are indistinguishable from actual ravens. Same with werewolves are indistinguishable wolves are indistinguishable from werewolves if in their wolf form.
I'll just say I have a sneaky suspicion those birds we passed were were ravens.
Seems like paranoia.
It's only paranoia if it's true.
Actually, I guess it's not paranoia if it's true.
That doesn't make any sense.
Guess I'll start with
Okay, so Rob, you're gonna start with what?
my geography book. The Dusk Elves and history of Vallaki are potentially interesting, but I feel like I get a better sense of where a ancient castle ruin or pool or things might be from more detailed geography history.
Oh, inside. Oh, well, when you were actually another book that you found is like, you were like in buildings and stuff like that. You found a book called Ravenloft, an architectural wonder.
Oh, cool.
So, all right, geography book. You see a little bit more detail of a map of. Let's see here. Of the world is actually, and you're comparing it to your actual map. There seems to be more paths, but the accuracy of the little map that you have is surprisingly decent.
Mm-hmm.
There are other locations. Let me go to the world map real quick. And compare it to your actual map. All right. All right. Get this all the way up. Where's my handouts? My doodle, please and thank you. Okay, so yeah, you see Mount Gacus on the map, right?
Yep.
Where
Down the
that
south
is.
side.
Yeah, and see here what else we have here. We have Brez, Argonvolis, Wizards of Wine, Castle Rainloft, Krez, Mount Dartok. What am I? Okay, see what it's even. Oh yeah, you see. Oh, actually, there's a path that you guys took that actually is drawn on the map between that goes next to the seer pool. And it's like, oh yeah, that was a path we took.
Yep.
And so, let's see here. Let's close out of this. Man, I actually did a lot. Oh yeah, okay. So the lake right there underneath Brez is Luna Lake.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a lot of actually. I did fairly actually tell you a lot on this map. Wow, I'm surprised. Um,
I mean, there's a lot of landmarks here for sure. Names of things.
yeah.
You know,
Oh.
extra information for roads and stuff, all very good. But specifically, I was hoping to find some information or likely locations for where there might be, say, something someone might call a drowned village, or a pool blessed by the light of the white sun,
Oh.
or a mountain
So okay.
castle.
So if you see on your map, see Brez with the X on it.
Yep.
Uh, and yet you see in that location on the map, a thriving town.
Ah. So Brez might be our drowned village.
Let's see here. What is? What's our? Yeah, there's your big clue right there, for you. You probably were looking for. Because I didn't know what exactly you wanted to look for. So yeah.
I mean, it's just the things we got was a pool blessed by light of the white sun, uh, the drowned village, the mountain castle. And I feel like a castle has got to be on a map somewhere.
Oh
They put
yeah.
those in specific places, so. Between that and the architecture book, I assume I'll be able to find, or at least narrow down where it might be.
What was the thing with the castle again?
The mountain castle with amber giants.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That one, yeah, you didn't get really anything for that one.
Even the
All right, I'm
architecture
gonna
book isn't
call that one
referencing
good
it.
for you for now, and
Okay.
then we're gonna go to John. John, give me something.
All right. If I'm done looking at plant books, I want to sneak off and do some research on Strahd.
All right. What direction are you gonna go?
I'm in the back of the library, so I'm just gonna wander off in any direction I can and try to find anything on Strahd.
All right, give me a survival at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Oh my.
16.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
So you happen to be in the back of the seeing if you could find anything. You find a book called Brucephalus, The Nightmare of Your Dreams. You find The Morning Lord and Mother Night, Religious Symbols in Barovia. You see some, like, the shelves are fairly bare back here for some odd reason, and you don't really know why. Usually you would expect these to be, like, the book stuff, but, also, you also find a book called From Dawn to Dusk as well back here. History of the Dusk Elves.
Not from Dusk Till Dawn.
Dawn till dusk. From dawn until dusk.
Yeah, but the movie's from Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah. Rena, give me a book that you're going to look at.
Well, you gave me two of them.
Yep.
I guess I will start going through the Order of the Silver Dragon first.
Yes. Apparently, it's the story of Argynvost, which happens to be a location of the Order of the Silver Dragons, which a silver dragon named Argynvost was here protecting the lands of Barovia until Strahd showed up, and they had a conflict, and the silver dragon lost to Strahd. And what happened to the dragon is unknown. And so the Order of the Silver Dragon has fallen apart, and it is rumored that they are still in Argynvost.
Okay, so you called it Argynvost is the name of the dragon, and it's also a name of a place?
Yes.
Okay. Um. Hmm.
Oh, I do see Argynvost on
Oh.
our map.
That's it right there where your little thingy is at?
Yep, should be.
Okay.
The text is a little small, but I see an ARG.
YNVOST.
Looks like there's some extra letters, but yeah.
Okay. And when I'm done with that, I'll look at the Curse of Mount
Okay.
Gaius.
Kian. Oh, the Curse of Mount Gacchus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm reading that now.
Okay. Kian.
Yes.
Any book you're looking at?
Well, you mentioned I was like sent to like the taxidermy section. I don't suppose there's anything on, experimentations, anything that might lead me back to my past. Maybe I would see.
No, this looks like dealing with actual animals and sewing them back together. Like how to tan leathers and stuff, and like use marbles as eyes and yada yada yada.
Yeah. Am I aware of the abbot from my past? Like, do I know there was
You've
someone named the
heard
abbot who was
of
involved?
the abbot. You're not. You don't know what he looks like. You are aware of the abbot. But
Am I aware that he was involved in the stuff?
Where you came from, he was the one in charge.
Okay. Maybe I'll do a little research on the abbot then, or the town that I am from, or that area.
You don't recall the town name that you're from. But you definitely know of the abbot.
But we have enough information that someone might be able to tell you.
Well, I'll look through like sections, see if there's anything like on the abbot. I don't know if
Give
there's
me
like a
survival
politics
at
section.
disadvantage. Survival at disadvantage.
Okay. Disadvantage and survive. 4.
Oh.
You're wandering kind of aimlessly and trying to find something. I will tell you what. Remind me when I come back to you. Remind me that you're searching. You're just searching aimlessly right now.
Okay.
All right. Back to Rob. What's the book?
Well, if the geography didn't have a lot about the castle, maybe Ravenloft architecture will.
Give me an intelligence check through that book.
Like an investigation check, perhaps?
Sure, why not? 2.
Aw.
You find out that this book is definitely telling about the wonderful construction of Castle Ravenloft and like all of like where they source some of their materials and how things are built and like all the floors and all
That
that.
might come in handy.
Just say, ugh. If I never go back there, it'll be too soon.
Blueprint would help.
I mean, I'm still curious, but I'm probably just gonna skim it because that's not what I'm looking for right now.
Yeah, you just find some. It talks about some locations and like the main living quarters. Sounds really familiar because you had the a view over the entrance of the castle, which you guys did, and it's like seems very familiar. The grand dining, the main dining hall, which you had, um, and talked about like all of the art that was there in that place. So, and this book is fairly old too. So,
Hmm.
you could definitely tell by opening up, you hear crack, 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 as in like it hasn't been opened in a while. There are some places that you could just see it's actually been really opened, but also other places that you're like, you hear like the book just. But you notice that this book has been irregularly opened.
Oh, maybe someday I'll have more time for this. Got some information at least.
All right, back to John.
Okay, so uh, you said one was on something called Bucephalus.
Bucephalus. Yeah, you were reading up this, and apparently it's the main steed that happens to be an actual nightmare for Strahd himself. And in this book talks about how this thing is a wonderful, elegant horse, but it has like fire in its eyes and smoke coming out of its nose, and it like hoofs of fire. But it's kind of like almost a love story about Bucephalus, almost about how this horse is amazing, but he's also terrifying.
Yeah.
But
I know enough Forbes people to know that's probably what they're talking about.
repeat that again.
Um, I said I know enough Forbes people to know that they love their horses.
Yeah.
What's the other book?
See here. Oh, there's the Math for Morals, Guide to Fungus.
I thought it was another book on Strahd.
Oh, another book on Strahd. Beast of Loved Ones.
There was something about religious symbols. I didn't catch the full name.
Oh, if you that's right. Morning Lord and Mother Night. That's what I was saying.
All right. Need to take a deeper dive into that one.
Okay, we'll get back to that one in a second. Back to Rena.
Okay. I was reading the Curse of Mount.
Oh, Gakkus.
Yeah, looking for information on uh Saber of Light and Mountain of Amber Giant.
There it is to be said that there's a in this thing that it is a dangerous place to go. For this, there is a temple up here that if people go, they're doomed before it is cursed with entities of old and very much filled with guardians of dread and people that have been gone there to seek and explore have never returned. And if they have, they've came back changed and distorted, never to be the same again.
Okay.
And it just goes on the horrors of like things that have happened, and it's kind of very, in a sense, it's vague, but it's like explicitly detailed, but it doesn't really have any factual stuff. It seems like it's kind of like the Bible.
Okay.
So and so
So
said this. So and so said that. But it's like,
neither of the books explicitly mention the Saber of Light or the Amber Giants.
no, but this, give me a knowledge, arcane, if you can, or
Ugh.
just knowledge.
Knowledge, wouldn't that be intelligence?
It is, and it's usually
Okay.
arcane. If it's arcane, so it's any of your knowledge skills. But it's like I'm going to go for arcane if you have it.
No, but
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Then just give me an intelligence.
see,
Nice.
Yeah, you just like feel like
I
that
told you
these
the
are
last one I rolled a 1. So now I've rolled a 2.
Nice. 19 more rolls and you'll be set.
What are you talking about? You rolled a 3 this time.
No, my first one, I rolled a 1, so that made a 0.
Oh, yeah, but this one is a 2. So you rolled
Yeah,
a 3.
so I rolled 3. Okay. Not quite as cool as I thought it was.
But yeah, you feel like it is definitely a place of giant dread, but that's about it. It's a place that is like, it is basically a book of warning about this awful place.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna look for
And if you look at the map, it's like that I've given you. It's actually at the bottom of the map is get Mount Gakis.
okay. Oh, so it is on the map.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna look for any information they have on the Morning Lord.
You're gonna wander around, and then you're gonna find who has the Morning Lord book?
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam. You'll find Moonbeam. So when I get back to Moonbeam, you're both gonna end up looking at it.
Okay.
Kian.
Yes. Um.
What's the book that I told you?
I was wandering around looking
yes.
for all the stuff on the Abbot.
All right. So yeah, and you were horribly lost.
Yes. If possible, can I go back to the front desk where that one guy was and ask him for directions on anything related
yeah,
to the Abbot?
Before you do that, I'm going to have you come across, like, you're end up somehow in Gruff's area.
Oh.
And you were just lost in, like, looking around. And you find a book that says, "Beware of old women selling pies and other grim tales."
I'm gonna have a gander at that book then.
Um, it tells you, it tells like kind of tales about walking scarecrows and how they've attacked towns, or under the full moon there happens to be beast-like creatures attacking you, known as werewolves. And also there's things like ill luck falls onto you if you ever harm a raven. Or also there's the undead knights called the Revenant that protect and are but protect things, but they are mad with subtype of mental mad with anger and against the world. And then there's the blood of the Guthias tree that is just known to be bleeding, and not just just bleeding blood of this kind of thorny like I'm trying to say, I'm imagining the Guthias tree is the kind of the Whomping Willow.
Mm.
So it looks like it's very thorny, but everything's up in long branches, and it just can come down and thump on you but I'm just imagining that kind of tree is the Guthias tree, but I could be wrong what it actually looks like off the top of my head. But I'm just imagining
Could be the
that.
book is also portraying it poorly.
Yeah. But yeah, you see like colorful, like, I don't know, it has like these images of like crudely drawn cartoonish figures of things meant to scare kids and not necessarily adults. So so the blood is kind of ridiculously pouring out of the side. It's not gushing like squirt, but it is just like flowing down the side of this like tree that looks like a haunted tree.
Is there more details on the pie woman?
Oh, the pie woman happens to be a cartoonishly ugly lady with like these oversized pies and like selling them with a wagon. It's like and it tells about how they like put you in a dream state. You're like, oh, this is lovely, wonderful, but you're also suddenly like, when you come out of it, you're in a state of dread for eternity, and then you're always craving another pie, another pie, another pie, another pie.
Oh, for eternity. Pie. So Gruff must be feeling this all the time?
Well, if you listen to a children's fairy tale.
Of course I would. What more true thing is there?
The funny thing is, there is a truth in most fairy tales. You just gotta read definitely between the lines, but I don't know how well Maverick's gonna read between the lines.
He just takes it literally.
I know.
Yeah.
This is gonna be great.
Would I'd be like, oh god, all of this is terrible.
Well, if you take notes, Kian, so when we run into one of those issues, Maverick can be like, "Oh God, it's that tree."
Right? Yeah, that tree. Maverick will definitely remember all of.
That guys.
Oh, wonderful. Now, this is before Maverick shows up. So, you come across, you're in a section, you're looking at these like wonderfully colored books. You see, it stalks at midnight. It's a little story about Bunicula, which happens to be a bunny rabbit vampire. You see, I Would Love You Forever, a horror version of the children's book. So, there is a kid's version of My Little Pony, but it's named My Little Bucephalus, and it happens to be of a nightmare horse, and how and it's Strahd's Strahd and Bucephalus go on adventures.
Oh my God.
There is let's see here. Oh, and the last book you come across before Maverick shows up and you continue looking through books is Beware of Old Women Selling Pies. Old Women Selling Pies and Other Grim Tales. Which is like...
I did looking into that one.
There happens to be a story about scarecrows taking over villages. There happens to be about a story called Under the Full Moon, which happens to be about humans turning into beasts and causing havoc. There happens to be a story called Never Harm a Raven, and it happens to be how ill luck happens to fall upon you when you mess with ravens. There is a night about the mad. There's a story about the mad knights called the Revenants. Is a group of ghostly knights that have defended a realm and then suddenly gone mad due to their leader dying. And then there is a story called Blood of the Gothias Tree, which happens to be like, imagine the Whomping Tree from Harry Potter, but it's bleeding. And these are all kids' stories, so everything's cartoonish. And ridiculously over the top. And the story about the old woman selling pies happens to be this god-awfully crony-looking woman with these ridiculous...
Nothing like what we saw.
No. Matter of fact, even uglier. And then has these cart with these overly sized, ridiculous pies. And if you have one of those pies, you'll have a moment of bliss, and you'll be like, this is wonderful. And you have a dream state, and it's like absolutely gorgeous, and it's like, wonderful. But when you wake up, you're in a moment of perpetual dread until you have another one of those pies. And it is rumored that it's like she has it's not been proof, but somehow children go missing around this person.
Interesting.
Yeah. So back to you, Rena, and John. The Morning Lord and Mother Night. The religious symbols in Barovia. And so it's showing how before Strahd, during the time that Strahd showed up and started ruling the land, there was they started trying to go for the Morning Lord and the Mother Night. And Morning Lord is definitely a person that was trying to bring in the sun, while the Mother Night was definitely trying to cull the things of evil, but still very aggressively. And she was definitely of the wild, more so comparably to the Morning Lord was like encouraging like working together and civilization, while the Mother Night was more nature and for the hunt style. And the dichotomy of people believing in either or, a good chunk decided to believe in both, because that is kind of like the transition between one or the other. But the jollier sense of people, or the ones that are looking for hope, were going for the Morning Lord at a certain point in time in Straw's reign. The Morning Lord seemed to disappear in people's like belief and hope. It's like even though people were believing in him, seemed to be no response from the Morning Lord. It seems like Mother Night had got more and more powerful in the sense of like things happening. People blamed the Mother Night for the ills that have happened, but some people still like tried to like maybe we need to worship Mother Night more to appease her because she seemed to be having a vendetta against us. And that is the current state of things as people believe right now.
Okay.
Okay. I still have that fungus book.
You guys have been in here for freaking hours.
Are you
Not-
saying
not
we're getting
done yet.
tired?
I'm just saying that you could guarantee you that you've spent at least 7 hours in this place reading books.
I know it's a library, and I don't imagine they have a schedule that you have to abide by.
No. Gruff has just been in the children's section the entire time.
Good for him.
Right, cute.
I still want to check out that fungus book.
The fungus is actually the one that's going to give you like probably a lot more herbs in it, but it was all about the mushrooms and stuff like that of the realm. Gives you some information on like what to eat, what not to eat, what they're good for, and all that. So that's pretty much because the fact that it is internally overcast and not a lot of sunshine, they kind of thrive in the forest of Barovia.
All right.
You guys have been here for several hours. What do you guys do now?
I find more books. More. More.
I didn't expect you to spend. I don't expect you to spend this entire session in the library. Mind you, it's a great sense of info dump for me to like just give you things, but it's only so reliable.
That's true.
I would like to kind of gaze out the window and see if I can find those ravens hanging around.
After a couple hours, I also get up and go out.
You guys get up. You guys just see that it's starting to get a little darker. It's not as bright of a day anymore. There has been people coming and going out of the place, doing their thing, talking to the person in charge,
Librarian.
and then leaving again, and just doing things. There's no real ravens around this location.
All right.
You do see a raven every now and then fly around this place. Not necessarily this place, just fly in the air. This looks like it's like either... It doesn't exactly have a straight shot to the blue water end if you think it's going in that direction. They're just seem like they're flying.
How high up are they?
They're fairly high. They're
So
not...
if I call out, they're not going to hear me.
Depending on how loud you do it, yeah.
Yeah, because I really want to talk to them. And it's getting close to rest time anyway, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's probably about 6-ish or so.
All right, I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try to speak to the ravens. Hey! You! Get over here!
Just hearing you go like that, and it's like whatever ravens in the area that you saw, they kind of like beeline it away from you.
Don't run! I'm your friend!
You hear Moonbeam going "Caw, caw, 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 caw."
What's that racket? I'm gonna turn the page in my book and try to turn away from it.
Anyone? Yeah, you see Moonbeam. Oh, you're outside with Moonbeam, Gruff.
Yeah.
So you just see him just like looking at the ravens and just doing "Caw, caw, 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 caw."
I don't know if this is metagaming,
Hmm.
but I'm going to offer. I'm going to take one of the rations and take a bit of it and rip it into bits and toss it out in the yard.
If you're trying to bribe him.
Yep.
I don't think that's because you see what he's trying to do, but you don't. You see after like you try to do that to see if you can bring any of them back. You don't see any ravens in sight.
I shrug my shoulders and lean against the library.
Okay. You see some people kind of dodge Moonbeam and you around to the far side of the street just after that scene. You definitely they're like
I'll just caw at them.
you hear them say, "All will be well." Yeah, sure. Continue on. I kind of scutter along a little faster.
Shrug my shoulders a little bit and just watch the display.
All right.
See if our guy that was tailing us is around.
Give me a perception check.
Working on it.
You don't see him.
Okay.
How bored do you think you'd have to be to hang around after we read books for like 6 hours?
7.
It all
But anyway.
depends on if he was hired to tail us or just bored.
Gruff, Ireena, Maverick, you guys doing anything?
Oh,
Oh, no,
what's
not
around
Gruff.
the library?
Evan, Ireena, and Maverick. What are you
I
guys
still
doing?
got books to read. And I'm a huge nerd. That's the character I made.
Yeah, you're sedated for a day, so you don't necessarily
Finally,
need
a
to.
place in Barovia that doesn't suck.
Oh, fun. Oh, fun. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, no problem.
Ireena and Maverick, what are you guys going to do?
I feel like Maverick's gotten bored after so long that he's just entered a trance, like almost the sleep-like state.
Okay, so where are you sitting and chilling at?
In the children's section where I last read the book.
Okay, so
The
you just
children's
sat
book.
down shortly after Gruff decided to go outside.
Yeah.
All right, so we're near the front of the store, just like kind of chilling in the sun, whatever daylight outside is shining through. Ireena, what are you doing?
Um, um,
Meditation. Okay.
That's
well,
That's and not
yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
make fun of
speak
her
with the
accent.
crew you're with.
Oh, that's fair.
I'm kind of, this is really bringing back memories of when I was in college and I'd go to the library and I'd sit and I'd study for a while and I ended up falling asleep. So
Give me a constitution
I'm
roll.
in Okay. Well, if it would come up, there it is. Constitution roll.
Yep.
Okay. Been sucky all.
Wonderful.
I've been sucky.
It's
All
one of
right.
those days.
Perfect.
It's a 1.
Yep. Perfect. All right. So we know what Ireena's doing.
Ireena is asleep.
She's in a book, asleep.
Yep.
She's studying hard, yes.
Yep. She's actually in the book after Moonbeam was like, oh, this book's boring. And she handed it off to you. So you're in the book of the Morning Lord and the Night Mother. You're asleep because you're just like, yes, I know this stuff. Yes, I know this stuff. Yes, I know. All right. So back to Moonbeam and Gruff. What are you guys doing?
I'm a little miffed I got snubbed by a bunch of birds.
Okay.
Given the excitement we've got, I start. I tell Moonbeam, I'm going to go down to the smithy.
You're not going alone.
We're in town. What could go wrong?
Nice. Let's
Everything.
party. Two of them are sleeping in the place while I'm nerding out, and the two of you are leaving.
No, three. Oh, actually, no, two of them is sleeping. You're nerding out. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
The point is, we're all busy.
Which is why I'm doing what someone in my stature would normally do.
Yep. I mean, this place seems relatively safe compared to most of Barovia.
Exactly.
Ugh.
What could go wrong?
If you want to wander off alone, that's your business, but it's a really bad idea.
I mean, you can go with them. I just think it's awesome. I was only commenting because I think it's cool. You guys should totally go.
I guess, but I guess we should tell them where we're going to.
At least tell them where they're going. And I'll come with you.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So I go back in and see who's who.
Any particular person you're looking for first?
Not really.
I mean, Maverick was on the first floor.
Oh yeah, I know, but Maverick's sitting down like
I
in
know.
a corner meditating. So it's like, give me a perception roll. Gruff.
I'm working on it.
Okay. Yeah, you only find you like looked around a little bit. You don't see Ireena anywhere. You see Maverick off. I mean, you see Evan off in the distance, just like book nose in it, and then you turn around and see just Maverick just sitting there chilling in the children's section as you're like Oh. So you head over to Maverick. He's just completely still.
Yo, Maverick. Maverick?
What? Uh, sorry, I was just reading this book here,
It looked
and
rather interesting, yes.
Roll a deception.
okay. One second. Open this up.
I find funny about this is you're not fooling anyone. It's just a question: does Gruff fall for it?
Deception.
Oh,
You
jeez.
gotta be an 8.
Apparently, yeah. Apparently, he had a book in his hand and he was just completely still. But apparently, and you're like, oh, apparently
I
your
get
book-
very focused when I'm reading.
Uh-huh. Anyhow, since you and Evan are so busy reading, Moonbeam and I are heading down to the smithy.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan. I'll stay here, I guess, unless you need me.
More the
Just
merrier
looking
if you
for-
want to come.
I'm just looking at job potentials.
Ah, very well. I will join you then.
Where's
yes, the person that's in charge of the library.
where's Marina? Yeah, Marina. Yeah,
Ireena?
Marina. Karina. Yeah,
Taryn.
Ireena. Yeah,
Taryn.
Her was the name she gave, but Gruff can totally blow it.
It's fine. No, I'm completely fine with that. I wasn't too sure if it was like Rick screwing it up or was it Gruff
No.
screwing up.
it was Gruff screwing it up.
Who? Who you asking for?
Our partner.
Well, I did see,
I mumble.
the
Ireena.
bookish one. He was floating around here, like a children in a candy store. It's like I'm delighted to have another patron like that. I can't wait to see him more. The lady in the group, I haven't seen in a while. At all.
If you see her, tell the Gruff and Company has gone to get our weapons sharpened.
Okay, Gruff and Company. So, you three?
Correct.
All right. If I remember to, I'll tell them. They're still in here somewhere, as
nod.
far as I know.
I nod my head and I start walking on my way.
All right. All right, you guys start heading south.
Yep. And I'm not even worried about anyone looking at us or anything. I'm just walking free as a bird, able to get out of that library.
You
Your
can choose the
legs-
three party members who stand out the most.
And basically strut my
two
way down
awkward
the road.
people, two suspicious-looking people, and a child.
That sounds about right.
It's a normal D&D adventuring party.
People are generally standing near your way while you're heading down the path.
Smiling and saying, "Good day."
Some of them says is like, all will be well. Some other people are just keeping their mouth shut and kind of like looking away from you.
Yep.
Okay,
Sounds about right.
kid down
Do I see
here.
anything going on?
You haven't seen a smithy yet, so.
Do I see any birds?
You've seen birds heading towards the Blue Water Inn, which is right here. They're all on the rooftop.
I'm gonna go off and go to the Blue Water Inn then. I'm gonna talk to a bird, goddammit.
Yes. Yes. Split the party.
Are you
Do it.
are you walking up with me or are you walking behind me?
I'm kind of walking behind you, then I just tail off.
That's what I kind of figured. So I don't know this is a thing.
All right. I'm gonna say that you don't
Good.
notice.
Good.
Maverick, you notice that Moonbeam has split off another direction.
The, where do I go?
Are you talking out loud?
Yeah, I'm kind of like
Gruff,
like
you notice
muttering, just saying
that
stuff.
Maverick is stuttering and like trying to figure out where it's going. You also now notice that Moonbeam is heading to the Blue Water Inn.
I stop, turn around, and look confusedly at them both. And what'd you say?
That Moonbeam's that way.
So I see.
I don't know why. Should we continue this way?
I know that Ireena would have our heads if we split further than what we split.
Mm. I'd rather keep my head.
So would I. So I guess we find out what Moonbeam's up to.
Sounds good to me.
Hey,
So,
yeah, speak of animals is a ritual, so I take a few minutes to do that.
Oh, I thought you already did it for that. It took a few minutes outside the library to do that.
Well, it lasts for 10 minutes, so I'm assuming that.
Oh.
Oh, it only lasts for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
I thought it
Oh,
lasted
dang.
an hour, but okay. Yeah, you'll have to
Damn.
cast it as a ritual again.
A ritual for 10 minutes is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it's kind of what I said when I saw it, because it says 10 minutes on here.
That's crazy.
Hey, you!
They, birds are just, seem to be ignoring you.
Don't ignore me, you little shits!
There happens to be, one raven that comes up. Ah!
I said, don't ignore me, you little shits! Everyone in this town sucks, and at least want to have one conversation.
One raven. A couple of ravens look at each other and just like... roll a persuasion check for me, please.
Okay. I'm trying to persuade a goddamn bird. Natural 20!
You hear a little bit noise, but you can't really decide what it is. And then you see a raven, one of the ravens come down. It's like, rock, rock. Rude you are. Rude, yeah. Rock, rude, yeah. Why would we listen to you? Rude. You outsider. Rude.
I've had to deal with a lot of people in this town being absolute shits to me. So give me a little bit of slack, okay?
Kinda, you should. Wait, got shiny? You have shiny? Food? Shiny? Kinda, you must be.
Yeah, I got what you want. What do you want? Food or shiny?
Both.
Okay. I'll do Goodberry. And then I'll toss one of my electro pieces at him.
The raven hops down from the sign, eats the good berry, and then picks up the and then just like puts his foot on the coin. What do you want?
What is the deal with this town?
Strahd dangerous? Strahd dangerous? Stay away from Strahd.
Yeah, we've met Strahd, and he's extremely dangerous.
Burgomaster trying to keep town jolly,
Trying to keep the town what?
Jolly?
Golly.
Trying to keep the town jolly? Why?
Believes town will be safe. Wait.
That's gotta be the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Nothing happened from Strahd for a while. Town pretty peaceful.
That's because Strahd doesn't have anything to do with his town. He's basically bored.
Well, that's good for us. Good for this town.
That's not good at
Town
all.
peaceful. My foot?
It's not good.
shiny?
It's just
More shiny?
yeah, I got one electrum piece left, so I'll toss that to him.
The raven stacks them on each other, and then steps on it.
The big guy, do I see Gruff over?
Gruff's near you.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not far.
Right. Big guy here, he's interested in werewolves. Do you know anything about that?
Dangerous lot that they don't like ravens. No. Be careful about on west side Barovia. Then over there. Don't be careful. Stay out of woods. Woods dangerous. They hunt there in woods. Don't travel at night. Dangerous.
And do you know of any other were species around here? Just for a heads up.
No. Only werewolves.
Yeah. Thank you for your time.
And then he takes steps off of it and picks up the 2 coins and then flies off in some distance, not towards the blue water end.
Well, I'm broke.
I
Are you
hope it
saying
was
that-
worth it.
It really wasn't.
I added to my notes, Moonbeam got shaken down by ravens. Lol.
funny because it's true.
I don't know
Oh,
why he had to
God.
grab his ankles while doing it.
Well, let's go.
He's talking to you, you two, Maverick and Gruff.
Gruff is still sort of just looking at him like, that was weird. Shake my shoulders and continue on.
All Maverick and Gruff, all you heard is
And then he handed them money, and then caught them some more and handed them more money.
I will tell him about his werewolves.
That raven wasn't cursed, was it?
No, just a bitch.
He was cursed, that's for sure.
I
Robbing a dumb human. I mean, gee.
Who's the dumb human? I'm not human.
So he cursed you with poverty.
Yeah, but he did tell me about your werewolves that you were looking for.
Oh,
Yeah, it's at the west side of Barovia. And stay out of the woods and don't travel at night.
that sounds about right.
Heading
Outside
south?
Barovia. Yep. It cost you all that for that bit of information?
Yeah, sometimes you gotta spend money to make friends.
The way he was flying? I don't think he saw a friend. I heard acts that way sometimes.
Yeah, let's just find some work.
No arguments here. We continue on our way.
As you get down, actually, let's see here. Give me a second. I want to check something real quick. Make sure I'm not. That's what I want. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted. No, I wanted. Oh, that's right. This is what I wanted. Okay, so yeah, I'm Evan. Alright, back to where I was going. We'll go. Keep going south, and then. Oops, cancel. Let's actually, no, let's say this house right here, right where you're at. This place. This happens to be the smithy place. Blacksmith. Right here.
Okay.
We're just gonna put a dot in places for myself for later. Let's go blue. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. All right. You see You see, notice it's like late, and he's actually starting to close up shop, letting the fire cool down and stuff like that.
Walk up and say, "Is Smithy here?"
That is me.
Ah. I was curious. Did you have any jobs that a journeyman smith might be able to do?
I might. I can probably employ you for some basic stuff if you want to.
Well,
I got distracted with the note. It's like, yeah, if you want to trust. Yeah, you see, it's like, and it's Wayland's. It's called Wayland's Hammer. This place.
fair enough. So are you Wayland or Wayland's son?
I am Wayland.
Ah. Hello, I am Gruff. I've worked smithies before. What would you have me do?
Just standard tool work. If you're willing to come in tomorrow.
I could do it tonight even.
But it is the end of the day. I'm already starting to cool down the forge.
I've noticed that since me and my friends are nearly broke and looking for a place to stay, I was trying to work for our lodging.
How broke is nearly broke?
An Electrum.
An Electrum? That would give you a room at the inn.
It would give you a room at the inn, I'm sure. But since we're outsiders, I'm not so certain.
Well,
Especially after the last town we were in.
depending on who you go to, they have disdain towards outsider, but the Blue Water Inn seems to be a nice place in the sense of accepting of foreigners. It is a safe place for someone of you to go there. People generally don't like outsiders. Even I am sketchy, but long as you're not causing trouble, I see no reason why not. You looks like an adventuring type, so you are used to seeing trouble, but long as you don't bring it to me, I am not going to worry about it. Besides, adventurers like you usually bring me extra coin.
Well, that's part of the reason I was trying to work my way through it.
But just so you know, if any weapons are purchased here, sadly, I have to inform Isaac so he can tell the burgomaster that weapons have been been purchased from me. Because only the city guard is really supposed to be getting weapons from me. Now, tools and armor, that's not a worry. But it's weapons that they're concerned.
Fair enough. My biggest concern is this breastplate and trying to clear my situation is all. Maybe sharpening my weapons, but not purchasing.
Well, sharpening your weapons. I have some equipment that could do that for you, and you can just purchase that another time or do some work and I'll let you use my tools. But yeah, I'm packing up. I'm fairly certain that you'll be able to stay at the Blue Water Inn for an Electrum piece.
I'll let all three of us, and actually a couple more, in for an Electrum.
That will give you a room.
Fair enough. I do appreciate it. We'll
Mhm.
see you at dawn.
Yeah. Though I will be we will be closed for the Festival of the Blazing Sun in 3 days. So be wary of that.
Well, fortunately, in 3 days, we might be otherwise occupied.
Well, all will be well. Gruff, I will see you tomorrow.
Sounds good, sir. Thank you.
Before the sun is up, please.
Before the sun is up. I tell the other two, Blue Water in and get a room for us. I go back and get the others, and we'll make a night of it.
Okay. Cool. We'll just say you're at this point heading back because I will definitely have some fun explaining situations beyond that. But you're going to be heading back to the library at this point.
Yep.
So. All right. Cool. Stop recording.